In the heart of Europe, a stark symbol of division stood for almost 3 decades, the Berlin Wall. Erected in 1961 by East Germany, this imposing barrier of concrete and barbed wire sliced through the city, separating families, friends, and even lovers. Its purpose was clear: to stem the tide of East Germans fleeing to the West in search of freedom and opportunity. For 28 years, the wall stood as a potent reminder of the ideological divide that gripped the world, the Cold War. Behind the wall's imposing facade, life in East Germany was a stark contrast to the prosperity and liberty enjoyed in the West. The communist government controlled all aspects of life, from the economy to the media. Citizens faced constant surveillance, limited travel, and a lack of basic freedoms. The desire for a better life led many to risk everything, attempting daring escapes across the heavily guarded border, some successful, many tragically not. By the late 1980s, change was brewing behind the Iron Curtain. Years of economic stagnation and a growing desire for freedom fueled dissent within the Eastern Bloc. Inspired by the reforms of Soviet leader Mikhail Gorbachev, citizens across Eastern Europe began to challenge their communist governments. Mass protests erupted in Poland, Hungary, and Czechoslovakia, demanding democratic reforms and an end to Soviet dominance. In East Germany, the pressure for change was mounting. Emboldened by events elsewhere, citizens took to the streets, demanding the right to travel freely and for democratic elections. The government, facing growing unrest and a mass exodus of its citizens, faced a critical decision. On November 9, 1989, in a move that would reverberate across the globe, the East German government announced the opening of the Berlin Wall. The news of the wall's opening spread like wildfire through Berlin. Thousands of East Germans, incredulous at first, flocked to the border crossings. Overwhelmed border guards, unsure of how to react, eventually opened the gates. A wave of humanity surged through, met with cheers and embraces from West Berliners. The scenes of jubilation broadcast around the world became iconic images of freedom's triumph over oppression. The fall of the Berlin Wall was not just a political event, it was a profoundly human one. Families separated for decades were reunited. Friends who had only dreamt of seeing each other again embraced. The wall, once a symbol of division and despair, was transformed into a canvas for murals, graffiti, and expressions of joy. Pieces of the wall became treasured souvenirs, tangible reminders of a world changed. The fall of the Berlin Wall had seismic implications for Germany and the world. It marked the beginning of the end for the Cold War, paving the way for German reunification and the collapse of the Soviet Union itself. The events of 1989 ushered in a new era of freedom and democracy across Eastern Europe, reshaping the political landscape of the continent and beyond. The legacy of the Berlin Wall, however, extends far beyond geopolitics. It stands as a timeless reminder of the human spirit's enduring yearning for freedom and the power of peaceful resistance. It serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of division and the importance of dialogue, understanding, and tolerance. The fall of the Berlin Wall reminds us that even the most formidable barriers can crumble when confronted by the unwavering pursuit of liberty and the unyielding belief in a better future.